Welcome, listeners, to Win Therapy, a podcast dedicated to women motorcycle riders, why we ride, what we ride, and our backstories. Information and education from a wide range of riders with varied experience and levels of riding ability, both on and off the road. This podcast is for all women riders around the world to inspire, motivate, encourage, and empower.
Hi, I'm Christy and I ride a C50T Boulevard and I'm from Canberra.
Hi, I'm Beck and I ride a Honda Shadow 750 and I'm from Bermagui.
Hi, I'm Chanel. I am from Young and I ride a Yamaha XVS 1300C Striker and it's amazing.
Hi, I'm Carrie. I'm from Young. I ride a Suzuki Boulevard C50 800.
And I'm Neen. I'm from Darlow and I ride a Kawasaki Vulcan and his name's Bruce. Thank you everyone for listening. This is a bit of a different addition to the Win Therapy podcasts. We're going to do a 3-part series of our adventures to the Walcha Motorcycle Festival, which is held from the 17th and 18th of November this year, 2023. We're really excited to be here and we're going to tell you a little bit about our adventures so far. We've taken 4 days to get to Walcha. This is our 4th day. We're bloody tired, we're bloody hot, but we're bloody happy. So day one, we sort of all came from different areas on day one. Christy, where did you come from?
So I came from Canberra and I met up with Beck and we rode together. And where did we meet you guys?
We met in Young at midday. Yeah. And Beck, where did you come from on the first day?
Well, I actually started on the Saturday and I rode up from Bermagui up to Canberra and stayed with my daughter Zoe, who actually helps with this podcast. And I met up with Christy on the Sunday. And then we rode up and met up the girls with
Monday,
sorry. That's right.
They're all blending into one. All the days like, whoa.
And we met up with the rest of the girls at the servo.
Yeah. Chanel, where did you ride from on Monday?
From Young. So I did the less Ks for the whole trip so far. But yeah, it was great. It was hot. I was so excited and I don't sleep much for riding because I get too excited about riding the next day. But yeah, I was basically from Young.
Awesome. And Carrie?
I waited for Neen in Kuta and travelled to Young from there.
Yeah, and I rode from home, from Darlow. I started the day with a massive headache and I just thought, oh my goodness, this is going to be crap. But Panadol and Nurofen works and a bit of wind therapy and I was right. By the time I got to Kuta, I met Carrie, had a coffee with my mum and her bike riding groups. They're in the Cootamundra Bugs. They ride push bikes. Had a bit of a conversation actually with one of my mum's friends. She said, oh, so your mum's an old biker? No, she said, your mum's an old bikey. And I went, no, mum's not a bikey, mum's a biker. And mum went, yeah, there's a difference. So
she's not 1% of there.
No. So yeah, she thinks she's pretty tough, but she's not that tough. So yeah, we then rode on to Young, which was really cool. Like starting Monday, we weren't supposed to leave till Tuesday, but we realised that we all had the day off, so let's add an extra day into our adventure. And I'm so glad we did. It was just that extra day that's made such a difference, hasn't it? Yeah, really has. So, yeah, we caught up at Young at midday, topped our bikes up with fuel, headed off, and our first little ride by was past our beautiful friend Jackie.
Jackie.
Through Grenfell. Hey, Jackie.
Hey, Jackie.
She so wished she could have been with us, and you are in spirit, girl. You sure are. You're with us every step of the way. So, yeah, 2 to the horns, revved our bikes through Grenfell.
Bowed to the crowd.
Sorry? Bowed to the crowd. I did want to throw lollies at everyone like Santa used to do, but apparently that's probably not a good thing to do. And that was about 1 o'clock we went through Grenfell, wasn't it? Starting to get pretty hot. Yeah, so then we rode on to Park. So our first night was in Parks and we stopped at the Parkview Motel which I think was a really good decision to split up that day because it was really hot, like really hot. And everyone copes differently in the heat. I was all right. But, you know, if you don't have that hydration and you've got that sun beaming down on you with all your gear on, doesn't matter how fast you're going.
We hydrated a lot.
We did, yeah.
We drinking litres of water.
Yeah, and we were stopping pretty regularly, like to make sure that we did hydrate, that we were looking after each other because that's just so important. So I was introduced to those sport drinks that you guys have. Powerades. I've never really had a Powerade before, but now I love them.
That's the business.
Yeah, that's the business. So what time did we get to Parks?
4.
About 4?
Yeah,
It was after check-in time.
Yeah. And the first thing we thought of was we're hungry because none of us had really had lunch. I don't know about you girls, but I don't eat a lot when I'm doing a big ride. So I think when we stop, we're starving.
Well, she hasn't done too bad so far.
She's eating quite well.
At night. So, I think the first thing we did was look, what delivers in Parks on a Monday night?
Uber Eats, no.
No, Uber Eats.
So then I decided to get on my bike and do a drink and another kind of run, and also stopped in at a pet shop.
Yeah, we met a lovely man, so that was a Sean. We met Sean and he came and had a drink with us. So that was good. So we met a lovely person that day. Who else did we meet at the Parks Motel?
Yeah, Christy.
So there was a lovely couple that were there with their little dog, and their names are Sarah and Clem. And Sarah's unfortunately had a stroke that's affected one side of her body, and so I was just talking to them, and they are driving from Cairns to Melbourne to get her a brace, and they were absolutely gorgeous couple, and they seem to be not having a great time at the moment, but they were still very inspiring. We just shouted them, $50 and wrote a little encouraging note to them to say, safe travels and look after yourselves, and they really appreciated it. So it was nice. It was lovely.
Yeah. Christy's our animal lover. So wherever we go, if there's an animal, it's like a magnet. Including another animal that we saw this morning, which we'll tell you about when we talk about our day 3. But the Parks Motel was great. The lady, the couple that are running it are lovely. They've only been there a few months. Shannon.
Very helpful.
Yeah, really helpful. The beds were great. The air conditioning was great. Yes. Really good spot to stop.
And so we're going to go to Macca's for dinner. And we it was only 400 metres up the road. No, it's bloody not. It wasn't 400 metres, and Nina and I are just dragging our bum on the ground. Well, the other 3 bloody athletes running.
So we went to the Roadhouse, didn't we? Just up the road for dinner. That was
There's a truck stop there. They sell hot food. Let's go there.
Yep. It was
Bugger McDonald's.
It was really good. 24/7 that one's open in Parks, and the food was good. The fuel was fine. None of our bikes had issues. We filled up there the next morning, so that was a really good day. It was an awesome first day. So what was the best thing about the day for you guys? What did you like the best?
I think for me it was the first day of my holidays, and nothing makes me happier than having, a bunch of girls. You can see them either ahead of you or behind you in your mirror, and you just know that it's going to be a good day. Yeah.
What about you, Beck?
Look, I just the whole thing. Just the stopping, the lots of stops and hydrating were very good to me. Being an older rider, I really appreciated that. I love the routes that the route that we took.
Route.
And it was just a really good, no drama ride. That first day I loved it.
I liked being, I agree with Christy, the first day of holidays that we were, and the fact that we did, the leave one day earlier, which was excellent because more time on the road, more time riding, more time spending great memories, making great memories with great friends, basically. That's all it's about. and 12 years in the making, finally came. Day one, let's go.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All in or all out. That's
it.
our motto for
Yes.
this ride.
Yeah.
If one person can't do it, none of us do. Yeah. What was your best bit, Carrie?
Yeah, I agree with the others, all of it, and first day of holidays and.
Do you know what? I reckon.
Sceneries.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
And the bike that you're on.
Yeah.
So you've just got a new bike. Yeah. What was your old bike?
A little baby Kawasaki Ninja 250.
Yeah.
And how tall are you, Carrie?
Too tall for a little 250.
Yeah. So breaking in the boulevard.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. I was trying to think of what the best thing on the first day was, and I think it was just like Chanel said, it's been a year in the making, this ride, and we've been just that anticipation and leaving that day earlier just to get up and go, this is the day that we're going to start this adventure, because we've all had a really big year, a really tough year, and to have this break and to just know that it's going to be, there's no shit.
Yeah.
Don't normally swear a lot of this, but it's like I said, all in, all out, looking after each other, enjoying the ride and soaking up everything. And that first day, I think, was just that, we're doing it. Yes.
And also knowing that we have each other's backs.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Stopping and we can't see anyone behind in front.
We'll pull over and make sure. Yeah.
And we all have so different personalities, you know, and we've all met through riding.
Yep.
I don't think we would have met unless we were riding.
No.
But we've just, all of us click like a jigsaw.
Yeah.
Like, we build each other up. If we need that confidence, you know, we go, no, it's going to be fine. We'll just, you know, if you just do what you want to do, ride your ride, we'll ride with you, it's okay. And that's really what makes all the difference when you are doing those kilometres, is knowing that when you get up in the morning and you get on the bike, it's going to be okay, because you're having a bad day, your girls have got you.
Yes.
So,
Absolutely,
so that's cool. And then day 2, we headed off to Dubbo. Oh my goodness, wasn't it hot?
Oh yes.
So hot.
So
36
hot.
degrees.
Yeah, and the heat off the road, but it was still awesome. Like, it was still great. Those stops made all the difference. Where did we stop between Parks and Dubbo? I'm just trying to think.
I can't remember.
No.
Just yesterday.
Forbes. Yeah, we did. We stopped at Forbes.
Yes, we did.
Because it was only...
Roundabout.
That's right, because it was only a short day. It was only like 120 k's. That's when we went and saw all the Elvis stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, that was so cool. We went to the Tourist Information Centre. And the telescope.
Yep.
And so that was cool. So we had a bit of a sleep in, didn't we? We didn't leave till like 10 o'clock that morning. Filled our bikes up.
No rush situation.
No rush. It was so good. But the Parks Tourist Information Centre was amazing.
Yes.
With the cars and the Elvis display and the pens.
The bikes.
And the bikes. Yeah, that was... I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah.
Only 2 days ago, but I've forgotten about that. Yeah, that was awesome. And the road was fantastic.
Yeah.
I really liked the road. It was just... There was no issues at
It wasn't
all.
a goat track.
So that was really good. And then we got to Dubbo...
Because we changed the itinerary, didn't we?
Yeah, after Dubbo we did. But what time did we get to Dubbo? Probably it was 3 or 4 o'clock.
About that,
Yeah.
It's only 2 hours.
Yeah, but man, we walked into that. We stayed at the Castlereagh Hotel in Dubbo, and we walked into the bar and just went, "Give us water, ice water." And I think we drank like four jugs of water. It was so hot.
Yeah.
And
They were lovely, though.
that was a fantastic place to stay. The food was amazing.
Yeah.
The big veranda out with the accommodation.
That was gorgeous.
Ensuite
Gorgeous.
bathroom.
Stairs were a hike, but anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
It's good for us.
It was a really good place to stay, and at night they lock the bikes up.
Yes,
so
that's good.
you highly recommend staying there.
Yeah.
That was a really good day. I really enjoyed that day. Yeah, it was like we really took our time because we had that extra day, so we could soak in that part of Parks.
Yeah.
And we decided to change the itinerary
Yeah, after Dubbo. Yeah.
After,
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
feeling too good, and then we did speak to one of your guests that came to dinner with us.
Yeah, we did. So Chanel invited a couple of girls from Dubbo that she'd met through riding, so through Central West Riders. They had dinner with us. And because of the heat of the day, even though we hadn't gone that far, we were just exhausted and very daunted by the fact the next day we had 5.5 hours riding. So we were supposed to ride to Bendemeer after Dubbo, but we just didn't have it in us. It was just a dangerous idea. So we were having a chat with the girls, and they said, well, you know, where's a good place to stay? About 3 hours or so away. And they suggested Gunnedah. So I was able to get in contact with the Bendemeer Hotel, and they were really understanding, and refunded all our money from our accommodation, which was good because, you know, the situation we're in, they thought it was a good decision too. And we went and we stayed at the Gunnedah Hotel. I rang them and they were fantastic. Another really good place to stay where your bikes are behind gated fences, accommodation, hotel stuff. We had shared bathrooms there, which were fine. It felt really safe, nice and clean. The food again was amazing.
Great food.
Really good location.
Bartenders were great.
Sorry?
The bartenders were great.
Yeah, the bartenders were cool. Yeah, Chanel tried to get them to get karaoke, but they didn't have it.
They wouldn't have a bar of it. Rude.
So rude.
Yeah, so that was awesome. So I think out of those 2 days, what were highlights for people? From Parks to Dubbo to Gunnedah.
That was good riding through into Dubbo. Like, that was a really nice part of the world.
Yeah, it was. I've never seen mountains square.
Yeah, they were like, it was weird landscapes, wasn't it? Dead flat. Yeah.
And we've gone through so many different terrains like on this ride. Like it's been all different kinds of terrain, which is actually really interesting and keeps it interesting.
Yeah.
All types of talent challenges.
Yeah. Yeah. So anything stands out for you, Chanel?
Actually, our formations and our leaders to the middle, to the second, whatever. That's been good. It's definitely changes up the scene as well, and to compared to how many bikes you have in front to behind. Being at the back is the best because you can see everybody that you're with, and being at the front is also good too because you get to see the road first. And the potholes and all the
wildlife
the road and the semi-trailers coming towards you.
So that's been my nice thing.
Yeah, because we're swapping it out. We haven't got a leader that we haven't got. We're changing it up. We're taking them in turns, and I think that's really, really cool. Yeah.
Back to that.
What are your thoughts, Carrie? What have you liked?
I really loved our frequent drink stops and the way we just sit and chill and chat and have a sandwich if we want, a drink, rehydrate. They've really made the day.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Big difference. We haven't really gone much over an hour, have we, without a stop?
No, 60 to 100 k's max.
Yeah, and that makes such a difference. You really enjoy it then.
But I think it's, also trying to...
No rush, no push.
Yeah, that's right.
Amazing.
And we've all got different sort of medical issues, I guess, and, some of us have chronic pain, and so it's just sort of managing everyone's needs and being able to communicate well what we need and listening to each other, and I think that's been really important too.
Yeah.
And have no issues with stopping as regularly as we do.
Yeah.
No,
That's the best thing.
Yeah.
Because I love that thing. It's all about the adventure, not the destination.
Yes.
Definitely.
Good point.
The adventure and the friendships.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think Becky said on one of our rides, it's good we don't get to that point where we look at the signpost going, oh God, another 20 kilometres. I just want to stop now. We don't get to that point. We stop before we get to that point so we can do another 100 kilometres. And we're so lucky we're able to do that. Cool. I think...
What was yours?
Mine? I think that the thing that I have liked a lot about our journey so far, and we get it a lot wherever we go on bikes, is that people are so impressed when we take our helmets off and they say, "Oh wow, you girls."
Yeah.
So I was in two minds, like, yeah, what, you know, so we're girls. But the more it happens, the more I'm like, well, that's really cool.
Yeah.
That people and they want to talk to you. Like when we stopped in Wilcannia and that lady turned the music up in the car and stopped and she went to the welcome to country
That was
for
cool.
us.
That was great.
What friend's name that went?
Yeah, so Mandy.
Awesome. Hey, Mandy.
Hey, Mandy.
Awesome.
Yeah, so Mandy, we had a cup with Mandy at Wilcannia.
Mandy also listens to your podcast now.
Yeah, so thank you, Mandy.
Yeah.
And I think the people that we're meeting and talking to, that gives me a real, you know, I get goosebumps sometimes, like, oh, okay, you know, we're putting a smile on people's faces, and I think we're inspiring people to go, well, they can do it, so, you know, they're normal.
We met that couple in
was
it Coonabarra Brand.
Yeah, at the Tourist Information Centre.
And I thought it would be a really good idea for them to get into the koala and kangaroo phase. So we take a photo of them so they could show their grandkids.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they did. They got down on their hands and knees.
Your faces are done.
So stopping there we were there for about an hour, weren't we?
Yeah.
Just having a drink and going into that information centre and talking to people.
And buying a pen.
Buying pen. Sorry, Scott. Yeah. It was Carrie's fault. She likes them too.
Now you've got me hooked. I've got two now.
It's all about balance. Yeah, so I think people come up to you as well and say, wow, you know, how's your ride? It's a great day for a ride. Even at the supermarket.
Where
There was a guy, hey guys, you know.
What's your postcode?
Yeah, all of that. So that's my favourite part about that. And when they find out how far you've ridden, they're like, wow, that's awesome. And getting out there and seeing the country. So that's what I'm loving that about this adventure.
Yeah.
And I'd never been to Coonabarra Brand. I'd never been to any of those places. You know, some of them I just sort of driven through really fast as a passenger and we've never stopped. So it's really inspired me to want to go out and see more of that stuff.
And you see more on the bike too.
Yeah, absolutely. Any negative stuff that, I mean, there's obviously been some interesting people driving, which you get everywhere, which is really tough. But I don't think it's been that bad. I think it's been
really
pretty
can't
good.
fault anything.
No.
I think the only thing is just like making sure that we don't overheat ourselves.
Yes.
It's just trying to maintain our health on the bike. That's probably the only thing.
Yeah, because it is really hot. Really.
And you get very delirious.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't know what you're doing and you think, oh my God, where
I
am
thought
I? What
that's
am I
just how
doing?
you were.
At the end of the day.
Cool. Yeah, today we've ridden from Gunnedah to Walcha. I think Gunnedah was my favourite place to stay. You know, Dubbo was really good, but I think Gunnedah was my favourite because we had our own space too. Like we could sit, we could chat, we had good air conditioning, we had good food. We got to watch Big Brother till 10 o'clock.
Was it double episode last night?
Yeah, I laughed so I kept,
You did. I don't even watch it.
Yeah. And then waking up in the morning and like, Macca's was straight across the road, so we could go and get our morning coffee, get on the bike and go. But it was really hot today too. But then that road, like from Tamworth, Tamworth was cool. Loved Tamworth. I'm going back there. But the road from Tamworth to Walcha, that was beautiful.
It was nice.
It was really beautiful. And you could feel the temperature drop as you got into those mountains. And so excited for the next few days.
Oh my God,
Bike festival, so excited. The bikes are away, they're having a rest for a couple of days.
I'm going to get mine out.
And then, Saturday the girls are leading the procession for Australasian Women Motorcycle Riders Day. So the next podcast that we do will be all about, you know, how our few days have been, how that went, how we're feeling. But I think today we're just going to have a shower and rest for a bit and head over and listen to some music for the first night. Yeah.
That's great.
Cool.
I'm actually interested in entering my bike in the bike show.
Cool.
Something different.
Cool.
I want to do that for us.
Yeah, awesome.
That's really cool.
Make a statement kind of thing. But I'm going to flag for this one.
Yeah. I was riding along actually, Chanel, at one point, looking back, going, oh,
Missed opportunity.
Flag.
Yeah. Chanel's an amazing flag creator. And for charity events like Greg Lunnon and the Pink Ribbon Ride in Canberra.
You've got to make one for Andrew as well. He wants one.
So
down for the three saints.
that's what it's all about, isn't it? You know, getting out.
It's actually
people.
making a statement. And I like to make a statement when it's needed to be made.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Nene.
Thanks, Nick. Look forward to episode 2 of Walcha baby.
Yay!
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
See you next time.
Thanks so much for listening to this podcast. If you like what you heard, please tell your friends. If you or someone you know might like to be part of Wind Therapy episodes, email windtherapypodcast@yahoo.com. Special thanks to Megan Peacock for the awesome Wind Therapy illustration and to Zoe Francis for her technical support, direction and production of this podcast.